Okay, so I'm Nikki, and this is the beginning of an interview for the project Plastics Be Gone. We are investigating ways to eliminate single-use plastic in the events industry. This is Hayley Lawson. She's the Vice President for Design at Solo New York. Would you like to tell us a bit about what you do, Hayley?
Thank you very much for the introduction. My company, we design bags and accessories, often for the business professional and the person who travels. We like to call our brand, we keep you moving in style, because we would like to shake up the industry and give something where it's a good looking bag at affordable price. We've actually just changing our mission statement to include more of a sustainability story. So we're tweaking it at the moment, but we've made it our mission to really make a conscious effort of every product that we design and create. Solo has a sustainability and value to it. So that's kind of a bit of about myself and about the brand that I work for.
That's great to hear. And you have a project currently that you're digging up plastic from landfill to use on bags. Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, so what we have is one of our recycle collections. It was actually, I had a walk with the owner of the company, Richard, and at a trade show when we were talking about recycling and sustainability. It's something that's very passionate to him. And so on our roof in our office, we have solar panels. We have the largest amount of solar panels in the industrial park, and we're in the largest industrial park in the world, in the USA. We also have a water filter system for our water, so we no longer have water bottles in our office, no plastic bottles. So there's lots of different things that the owner of the company does just for the facilities. So I wanted to investigate how I could do it on our product. And I've worked on recycled products in the past for other brands that I've worked on, but it's always been a struggle because of cost. So the cost implications are very high, and not always does the consumer understand that the cost implications, because they can't necessarily see the value of it straight away. So I set my team a mission to try and find a polyester, which is what the main material for a bag is, out of recycled materials. So they worked with our China team in the Shenzhen office, our development team, and they searched the material markets. There was no materials. Normally when you walk through these markets, it's ray upon ray of different materials, and there wasn't recycled materials. So that made us investigate further, because if there wasn't materials that are on the marketplace, then there's less products that are in the on the stores. So that gave us an opportunity to do something great, but also make our brand different. So we decided to work directly with a mill, and wanted something where we were able to take plastic water bottles that were in landfills, and then we wanted to grind them down into pellets. And then once you have the pellets, then you melt them down, and then you can make it into a yarn, very fine thread. And then that yarn is woven together to be able to produce your material. So we found a vendor, we found a process, but we wanted a certification to prove that the material that we were using was actually recycled. So then we started working with the global recycling standards. And this is one of the first recycling standards certifications. And we worked with them, the mill, and the water bottle landfills to work to get our certification. So we have an independent auditor from the Global Recycling Standards that goes to the company that collects the water bottles from the landfills, checks the landfills where they collected them from, checks the amount of water bottles they collect. Then that's transported to the factory. Then they check with the factory and the material that they're using. And then we count how many bottles are in our materials, and what percentage of their materials is recycled. And then the factory takes the yarn, weaves it into their material. Then that material is shipped to our factories, and then they cut and sew the bags. The process actually reduces the amount of water that it normally takes to make polyesters. So there's a lot of different things that we can do by using recycled material, which actually improves the process. Our products as well also have a 5-year lifetime, well, 5-year guarantee on it. And the reason for that is we want it so when you purchase the bag, you purchase it for a long time. It's not a throwaway item, because that's really what we don't want, throwaway items. But our bags are very, very durable and often surpass some of lifetime warranties. But we like to say 5 years because we know that people do like to change their looks and styles. But we stand behind our 5-year. It's an unstoppable 5-year warranty. And we do try every single day with our development team to keep improving our process. So working on our 2nd generation recycled collection. We've found lining, we've been able to get zipper tapes that are recycled, woven labels. So when you think about a bag, it's not just the outer material, it's all of the other elements, the webbing. We're coming up against problems with plastic, because when you make the adjusters on a bag, I'll show you if you can see. So you have an adjuster here. So when you take an adjuster like that and make it into recycled material, and because it's a pre-consumer material, and then the recycling, it actually becomes more brittle. So then it breaks. You can have something that breaks when it has a 5-year warranty on it. So we're working with the labs to make sure that our recycled material is just as durable to other materials. So therefore, we've been working hard with different labs and mills to ensure that the quality and standards is even higher than what it was before, and having the recycled element to it. So that was a brief summary of over a year's work.
Yeah, sounds like a really amazing project, and transferable as well to other areas. So for your specific projects, if you looked at the industry generally, how would you describe single-use plastic in your sector, the use of it? Is it still used a lot? And
it definitely is. So for many years there was the fast fashion, so people would buy something, it would last a week, and then they would throw it away. Primark and things like that. And which I understand, people want to be and don't want to spend a lot of money and want to be in fashion and trend. Now we're starting to, people are becoming more aware that, well, once you throw that, lower price garment away because it gets holes in them, and people don't sew them necessarily, they're going to landfills. So it's that whole cycle of how can you prevent things from going to landfills. So we're doing a big push to stop the water bottles from going in, and then pushing to make sure that our products is as durable as it possibly can, but also working on great value. We like to give our customers value for their products. That doesn't mean it's the cheapest, it doesn't mean it's the most expensive, it's just the right price, which is truly important to us. And there is brands that are out there that are making their products recycled. There's quite a few more coming through, which is great to see. But there's still a long way to go.
What do you think is the biggest obstacle to an industry-wide ban on single-use plastics?
I think the main issue that we face is cost. So we have a society that is used to paying China pricing, low-end material and low-end cost of goods and labour. We talk over in the US about, bringing labour back and bringing, made in America back, which is very, very difficult because of minimum wages and the setup that we have. So I do believe that the cost has been a biggest challenge, but after my over a year journey on this, he is able to get a great price. It's just a lot of work to get there. And there is a lot of companies now that are pushing that and working towards that. So I do feel in the coming years we're going to see big changes. The fact that a lot of countries are banning straws, plastic bags. Yes, it's only a small element of change, but it's a change, and it's something that we can get behind and rally behind. So I do think that there's a lot of movements happening, and especially with the way that the environment is today, and people are a lot more aware than they used to be. Even in our generation, when we were younger, there was less awareness of it. So I do think change is on the horizon, and I think manufacturers are play a big part in making that change.
Yeah. So the increase in environmental awareness over recent years, you've seen some changes in your sector. Have you seen it challenge your sector?
To be honest, no.
Yeah.
It's I've seen change in our sector, but I haven't seen that it's been a driving force. Which is something that we're pushing, because we can be that driving force. We can help make a change. Like one of our other brands, Briggs & Riley, it's one of the leading rolling case travel items in the world. And theirs is a lifetime warranty. So they're making hard cases for luggage, but they're ensuring that they will last for your life. They won't end up in a landfill, and the quality of these products are outstanding, that you can pass them down to your children and your children's children. And the way that they've designed these products is that the wheel systems can come off, so you can take it off and replace it. And so this is, the owner of the company has been behind this brand for many, many years, and it's really about how we can prevent things from being in the landfill. And when he started, other companies weren't doing it. So he was one of the first companies that went behind the lifetime warranty, from my understanding. So it's very different in our industry. A lot of the things that we're trying to do, because some of our products we try to get into the big superstores like Walmart, Best Buy, which have historically been some of the lower price ones. But if we can make a change in such a vast number of consumers, hopefully that will become infectious, and people will start thinking twice about not being able to afford the recycled product, or product that is more sustainable.
Yeah. So you have a lot of events in the fashion industry. What do you think the events industry can learn from the fashion industry, and especially regarding the elimination of single-use plastics?
Yeah, I think one of the main things is like festivals and water bottles.
Yeah.
Like, do you really need a plastic water bottle? Can we not have like water filter systems? And like we went to the Outdoor Retailer Show, which is one of the largest trade shows for the outdoor industry, last year in Denver. And what they do is there was a ban on water bottles, and there was water filters everywhere. Yeah. And you couldn't buy water bottles, plastic bottles at the food court. There wasn't any. Couldn't buy Coca-Cola bottles. Couldn't buy Coca-Cola cans. There was just no soda, and I needed some caffeine, and I drink Coca-Cola. But there was just a ban. So if there was a ban and it's not there, you can't have it, basically. So you can't buy. And me being a frugal person, a water bottle, like a plastic water bottle, it'll last a long time, is a better investment than a $3 or £2 or £1 plastic water bottle. Like, not only are you taking items out of a landfill, you're putting money into your pocket, so then you can go to another concert and another festival. Yeah. So to me, I think the biggest change that could happen is just a ban on plastic bottles and straws. I know we've already done the straws, but there's no need for plastic bottles at all.
Thank you. It's been really interesting and helpful talking to you. Do you want to tell us anything else before we end the interview?
Ooh, so there's a lot of fun things on the horizon for our
Okay.
brand Solo New York. So I
Yeah.
said we have a recycle collection. It's
Yeah.
in a lovely grey canvas and grey colour, and we're working on generation 2, and we're always striving to keep you moving in style,
Yeah.
and it's a sustainable way. So we're on a passion drive to remove millions and millions of water bottles out of the landfills. It's a very exciting time on the horizon. So it's really just when you purchase a product, think about it. There used to be
Yeah.
when we worked in other brands, you think about a product like the Italians do, at the cost and how many days you would use it, and divide it by that amount of days, and that equals your cost. So one plastic water bottle you use once,
Yeah.
that cost is $2. You use a hard plastic water bottle or a metal bottle, it could last you a year, and divide
Mhm.
that by the cost, and that metal bottle costs you pennies.
Yeah.
So just understanding the cost of goods and the lifespan that you would use a product is a valuable lesson I learned many years ago.
Thank you.
That's all from me.